global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Yesterday wanted to go down in memory as one of the most devastating moments for the People Democratic Party, where we saw Nyesom Wike sealing up the PDP secretariat, talking about Wadata Plaza, but somehow Bola Tinubu came in to save the day for the ground rent defaulters by giving them a condition of 14 days to do the needful. And I must say that had scored the president a lot of political points. And this is traceable to some of the statements that have been made by most stakeholders and political stalwarts of different political party. And we're going to hear exactly what Dele Momodu, who is a well-known journalist, a PDP stalwart, a supporter of Atiku Abubakar, and one who has been castigating Wike, what he had to tell Wike and also Bola Tinubu for the step he took to salvage the day for the defaulters. And also you will hear the response from from Wike's camp in respect to what Dele Momodu said. Let's dive into full details of it. So now, according to the news, the publisher Dele Momodu has reacted to the decision by President Bola Tinubu to intervene on the sealing of some properties in Abuja over unpaid ground rents. The Federal Capital Territory Authorities (FCTA), which is being supervised by the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, on Monday, May 26, sealed up several business premises, including banks, fuel stations, FIRS office, as well as the National Secretariat of the All Progressive of the People Democratic Party (PDP) over unpaid ground rent running into billions of naira. Following the outcry by some property owner, President Bola Tinubu last night directed that the sealing of the properties be put on hold and gave defaulters 14 days window to make amends. Reacting via his Instagram page, Momodu said this action by President Tinubu shows he is in charge of his government. He said prior to yesterday, many used to think Nigeria has two presidents, Tinubu and Wike. He stated that with President Tinubu's intervention, it is now obvious to all that Wike has a boss who can checkmate his excesses. Let me give you full details of what he wrote. He says, "Thank you, President Tinubu. Your Excellency, good evening, sir. I have just read the news here in America that you have stepped into the matter of your cantankerous Minister of FCT, Mr. Nyesom Wike, who sealed the National Secretary of the People Democratic Party, the biggest rival of your ruling party APC, and properties of other defaulters in Abuja earlier today. While no one should condone non-compliance of government obligation, government must also refrain or restrain itself from vindictive outbursts such as that of Nigerian most quarrelsome politician who I am sure is fast becoming a liability to your government. The decision to stop Wike today achieved several points in your favor. We used to think we have two presidents in Nigeria, Tinubu and Wike. Now we know Wike has a boss who can checkmate his excesses. How I wish you had stopped his reckless disruption and distraction of the sinful Bola government in Rivers State and saved the hapless people from these unfortunate contraption called emergency rule. Nigerians are currently going through so much hardship and pains, and you need to rescue them from Wike's additional burden and insult. Wike's assignment are for smaller than that of Minister Dave Umar, yet the man is so humble, while Wike subject Nigerians to his tautological press conference as if he's running his own federal government and not under anyone's control. Sir, there can't be two captains in one ship, and I hope Wike got that message loud and clear from your powerful intervention today." This is interesting, but guess what? It didn't go well with Wike's spokesperson talking about Lere Olayinka, and he has this to tell Dele Momodu. He said, "Brother, Dele Momodu has been running his mouth like a damaged tap since yesterday. But if we insult this Babalawo Dele Momodu now, some people will say will we are not respecting 65-year-old childish elder. But I will still not insult brother Gbendu. He can't be Oya. Maybe I should report him to at Davido again. He went further. He says, Dele Momodu has a property in London. Is he not paying necessary government levies on the property? Does he wait for the government to make demands before paying? Will the council let him escape not paying council tax for 1 month and not get a bar leave to effect the payment? Yet people like Dele Momodu will come to Nigeria to break laws and be defending lawbreakers. But in the saner claims where they live, they can't break ordinary traffic rules without getting sanctioned heavily. That was what Olayinka, the spokesperson to the person of Wike, had to say. Now, Nigerians have reacted to what Lere said to the person of Dele Momodu, especially some of the things he said which was untoward, which was outrightly wrong. And someone says here, someone says, he said, unfortunate morning to you, Lere. Before you insult people, always look inward within your lineage. If you have anyone that matches such person, Lere, in your lineage, I challenge you to mention that person who even is wanted of who Dele Momodu is. You are from Gota, you belong there. That was quite strong, I must say. Another person there reacting to it says, I just ask some simple question whether infid miss the council tax payment for 1 month, because if he does, after a reminder later, he still refused to pay it, the next one now court in go find himself. As people asking Dele Momodu some questions. Someone reacting here also said that Tinubu will soon betray Wike because it seems Wike is seeing himself as a governor, not a minister, calling political press conference every Eke market day should be a source of concern to Tinubu's team. That's Nigerians reacting. Someone here says, I saw on Channels TV shaking head like Agama lizard behind the FCTA staff Igbon. Does it mean that your political career is over? You fail at journalism and still score F9 on politics. Politics way Gbados take Bibens. Nigerians are really reacting at what is going on between these two persons, talking about Lere himself, who has decided to personalize the fight for his boss, Nyesom Wike. And right now, I think that what Dele Momodu said will touch the president a great deal. And I must say that the president has been able to score some political points for himself. You guys look at me as a bad guy. I'm not that bad. I give concentration and I try to cut my appointees to size for them to know that I still love the Nigerian people, because that's exactly what the president is trying to say. I understand that the situation of things in Nigeria is not the way it should be. But however, you guys should just find a way to see how you can pay your ground rent. Now, unfortunately, I don't think that all will be recovered as expected. So, and whatever had been right now, as much as it's really bad, we can't correct it with the force we is going. People, instead of that, possibly, I think it should be a case of breaking those payments into monthly levies. You know, just let the person understand on a monthly basis, this is how much you are expected to pay. You know, even if it's going to take him the next 5 years to pay, the next 10 years to pay, but just break it down such that it can accommodate the person. Possibly take them to court and let them understand this is how much you're going to be paying, and if you default on this one, there's a penalty for it. That will be much better than that move of, that volcanic move of trying to rip them off of their finances and all of that. That's what we like to leave it. Let's meet in our comment section. What's your standpoint on all?